Yeah, so breakups are tough. I mean, we all know that. We all been there, done that, got the t-shirt. I've been through a few tough breakups myself, but I'm seeing a lot of guys in my life. One guy in particular, that's a close friend of my wife. He's went through a breakup probably about a year or so ago, and he's having a really hard time kind of rebounding and kind of getting over his ex. It's kind of I feel really bad for him. I mean, like I said before, we've all been there. Tough breakups can really get you hung up for a long time. But at the same time, over the years, I've learned that you have to be sad about the end of the relationship. Right? Don't run out there and jump into another relationship or start going out to partying with your friends just to distract yourself from the pain of that relationship ending. Take time to be sad. It's okay. You don't want to sweep your emotions about the breakup under a rug, right? Because that stuff just builds up and will come back to bite you down the road. So just take time to process, the end of the relationship and being sad and just being okay with that I think is very important. Think over the years for myself, the times after the relationships where I've taken time to kind of go through the relationship in my head and be sad and be upset about it and let myself be sad about it. It's long term. It's always the healing process has always been a lot better and smoother instead of just running out there and meeting someone else and starting to date right away and trying to distract myself. Never works out good when I go that route. Another thing that I've found that's really important too after a breakup, a tough breakup, is process the relationship that just ended, right? Take time to think about what was good, what was bad, and how did you grow as a person, right? The relationship might have ended, but it's not a failure because if you grew as a person from the relationship and you learned something about yourself during that time you had with the other person, I think that's a win, right? That's not a failure. Um, you might be hurting and you might be in a bad spot emotionally because you missed that other person, but just be confident in yourself and that you've grown as a person from it, right? And that relationship kind of helped grow you as a person, and it's going to get you prepared for that next great relationship in your life. Another thing that I find helps a lot with getting over a bad breakup is focusing on yourself, right? Especially if you're in a relationship for a long time. Your identity kind of becomes really wrapped up with the other person, and now that person's gone. You kind of have to take time to refine yourself, right? Refocus on yourself, hit the gym, get in shape. If you're carrying a little bit of extra weight, you're not happy how your body looks, clean up your diet. Make sure you're getting good sleep. You want to be a little selfish after a breakup and just really hyper focus in on yourself, get yourself in a better spot, right? Um, this way, you'll build your confidence back up. If you're hitting the gym and you're getting back in shape, you'll build your confidence back up, and you'll be in a good spot mentally, physically, and emotionally for the next person that walks into your life. So, yeah, just really important to make sure you get hyper focused on yourself after a relationship. I find over the years in the breakups that I've been through that um, that's kind of my go-to um, route of dealing with a breakup is to get hyper focused on myself, and it's always really helped me a lot. Yeah, so these are just some of the things over the years that I've kind of really learned, help myself get over um, breakups, right? And you want to give yourself time to kind of work through the things that I talked to you about in this video, but you can't take too long, right? You gotta work on yourself, and focus on these things that I shared with you. But eventually, you got to get to a good place to where you're happy and you're confident, and you get back out there and you start meeting new people, right? Don't let your ex rule your thoughts or your mind for too long, right? Because the relationship's over. It ended, right? Wish the best for that other person, and same for you. Don't let that other person ruin. you know, too big of a chunk of your life by you being super upset for too long or kind of like hanging on to the past, right? Like I said before, learn from the relationship, grow as a person, and then, go out there and meet that next great person. I know for myself over the years, I've gotten to be able to get over breakups quicker by kind of implementing some of the things I share with you here today. So that's really all I got for this video, guys. I hope you have a good one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.